Welcome, my dear students, to this How Not to Make an MMORPG 101 class featuring a game that shattered my dreams called AxE, Alliance vs Empire by Nexon. I'm NimbleThor and I will be your mobile gaming professor today, so let's just get started. Visually, this game looks amazing, but it does just about everything else wrong, which is surprising since Nexon has actually made some really great mobile games. So let's rant about that and let me know if you agree, and if you do, consider sharing this video with a friend to help let Nexon know that we do not appreciate these types of mobile games. And then at the end of the video, I will wrap things up with a few suggestions for MMORPGs that you should consider playing instead if Alliance vs Empire isn't your cup of tea either. So first of all, there's a 500 megabyte additional download at the start of this game, which I guess is fine, but then we're hit with another 1 gigabyte download after the initial tutorial as well. So we get to play for 5 minutes, and then we have to wait again. What game designer thought that that would be a great idea? Did they really think that we'd be hooked on the game after just 5 minutes? Spoiler alert, I wasn't. But alright, at least that's only a minor frustration the first time you launch the game. So let's say that we're okay with that, we're gonna let that one slip for now. But then, once we get into the actual game, everything is auto. We've auto combat, we've got auto questing, auto running, auto skill use, auto battery draining. Everything is auto in this game. And even when we turn that off, which is actually surprisingly difficult, because even if you've just used auto questing, auto combat will still stay on after you disable auto questing. But even when we do that correctly, our character is just all too powerful. Nothing is a challenge in this game. We can easily kill monsters with our normal attacks, so using skills doesn't even make sense, even though they look great. At least not in the beginning, and I'm sure this might change later on, at least I hope so. But for now, the lack of challenge makes the gameplay extremely boring, which more or less forces us into using the auto mode to speed things up a bit, in the hope that it will get better later on. And then it also doesn't really help that we get bombarded with rewards for achievements, quests, and challenges. Is NimbleThor really complaining about getting free stuff? Yes, I am, because in this case, it ruins the game by making it all too easy. And then lastly, we've got the in-app purchases. These lovely in-app purchases. Look at them. Look at all of them. Yes, there are more than these. Look at all of these great in-app purchases. Now, in some MMORPGs, you can buy avatars that will give you a small stat boost, for example. And yes, that oftentimes makes the PvP slightly pay to win. But in Alliance vs Empire, Nexon, they really took it one step further, because they thought, well, what about we just make all gear buyable through loot boxes for a cash shop? And then we make the in-app purchases go all the way up to $100 and we make multiple $100 in-app purchases. That would be great, wouldn't it? So if you've got a couple of grand to spend on a game, these guys will definitely let you do so, and they'll do that with a smile on their face. You can also buy gold directly, by the way, so nothing will ever be any true challenge in this game, as long as you have enough money to spend on it. And all of this is just such a shame, because this game looks absolutely stunning. I mean, just look at this. There's a ton of quests to explore, and there's a lot of dungeons, there's PvP arenas, and there's guild wars as well. So much good stuff, which could have made for a really interesting game, but instead we're left with a broken attempt at a mobile MMORPG. And not only is this a real shame for us gamers, it's also frankly quite disrespectful from Nexon's side. But alright, I'm gonna let it go here. We could have talked about how you can endlessly upgrade each of your items by developing them, by upgrading them, by combining them, by specializing, by enhancing, by transferring, or of course you can also choose to dismantle them. But I'm not gonna go into all that and how that makes the game even more pay to win. Instead, I'm just gonna focus on which mobile MMORPGs I would recommend you guys to play instead. And first on that list of mobile MMORPGs you should play instead is Ragnarok M Eternal Love, which actually wasn't bad for a traditional MMORPG experience. But even better, Rangers of Oblivion is an absolutely amazing Monster Hunter-like MMORPG. Oldschool Runescape, or very soon RuneScape 3 as well, are absolutely fantastic games. They're my favorite mobile MMORPGs. And if you're looking for something a bit more alternative, you can give Adventure Quest 3D or Cletic Heroes a go as well. Toram Online is another really neat one, and if you're looking for something really hardcore and very old school, you could consider playing Teon. All of these, I can almost guarantee you, will give you a better experience than Alliance vs Empire. So now, did I miss your favorite mobile MMORPG in that list? Let me know in the comment section, and now it's time for the mobile gaming news of the day, which is more news from China and the developer and publisher giant Tencent, who has now applied even further lockdown restrictions for Chinese players under the age of 13, meaning that these kids will now need their parents or guardian to unlock the game they want to play before they can play it. This new lockdown will apply to Honor of Kings, which we of course know here in the West as Arena of Valor, and PUBG Mobile, but for some reason only in 12 Chinese cities, so if you live in a small town in China, you're in luck, I guess. That was all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around.